Everybody, come with me as I build my week 1 support staff job in ProCrewz. Actually, I already built it, as you can see here, but I'm going to do it again because I want to show you how you're going to build week 1 using a template, which is not meant for week 1. It doesn't have the right number of days since we all have an extra set day week 1. But I'll show you how to add the extra day. So the first thing is you want to make sure you're obviously logged into the non-union side of ProCrewz. You'll see that up here, and that's your login is NU dash your email address. So just make sure that's correct before you build a job. The first thing you'll do is click New Job. Things have been very slow in ProCrewz today, so I'm hoping it speeds up for this. We're going to use a template. You could build it from scratch. There's no need. All of the templates are in here. It's more work. So all of college football templates and college football A and B, and then all of the NFL templates are in here, A, B, C. So we're going to build a C game. These templates are based on a non-week 1 number of days, like I said, so we are going to have to add an extra day later for week 1 since we all have an extra set day. You're going to toggle all of these on. This will copy everything over. You're going to choose a start date, and for me, that's going to be Saturday the 6th. It will automatically put in the end date based on the template's number of days. Like I said, you cannot change that on this page. So that's fine for now. Select the air date, and then make sure you change, make sure you change the name here so it's not the template. This does have a limited number of characters, so I'm not going to do like the normal naming for this one. We're using SUP as the name at the beginning as the naming mechanism. I don't know if that's going to change now that we're a separate system from the union side, but that was to differentiate between union and non-union, which are the support staff. So this is week 1. I'm gonna abbreviate here so that I have enough space because I put test at the beginning. You don't need to change these, sports and NFL. The venue, in order to get the venue list to pop up, you have to X out TBD venue, and then everything will pop up. So I'm at the Superdome week 1. Keep it at all markets. That will show you all of the support staff in all markets across the country, not just those in whatever your market is where you're going. You don't want to limit it in case someone lives, wherever. It defaults to Danny Kopelnik here. I don't know why. Sorry, Danny, as the crew coordinator. Make sure you change that. So again, you'll have to X him out, search for yourself, or for the A and B games, it could be Katie, Diane, Jess, whoever that's going to be. This person, the crew coordinator, will be the only one to receive messages from your support staff crew. They are able to send messages through the app. We obviously don't use the app, but whoever the crew coordinator is will get an email with the message if they do send one through the app. I don't know that we're going to like normalize that, but it could happen. So just make sure that's the correct person. And then you're going to hit save and pray that this doesn't take 20 minutes. Let's see. Okay, not too bad. So as it loads, here is our job. The first thing you're going to want to do now, since this is the week 1, you'll only really have to do this for week 1, is add another day. So you're going to go up here to the job menu, edit schedule, and you're going to change, I'm going to change in my case, the start date to Friday because I have a Friday set day, and that's it. Save. Okay, so now all 3 days, as you can see, are here. Um, you're really going to want to work in the calendar tab. So head in there. And because we used a template, you'll see everybody is pre-populated in here, although there are way too many support staff. So we're going to delete those. The stats people have not been loaded into ProCrewz yet, as far as I know. Actually, let's check. They weren't last week when I actually built my week one, but let's see if Justin Mater is in here now. No. Okay, so not here. So we'll skip them for now, but it's going to be the same as it always has. They work, 2 days, and as far as payroll goes, split over Saturday and Sunday. But as you now know, we're using a Sunday to Saturday. Wait, is it Monday to Sunday pay week? So you won't have to do two separate payrolls for these people. You'll just do, or for anybody, but you'll just split it between 2 days in the same week. Anyway, so we'll do the actual support staff down here. So I'm gonna add in you can add days over here. You can do plus and search your rate card and add a day, but you can do all of it if you click this little pencil here. You can add the person, their rate, and the days. So we'll do the orange sleeve. Who is my orange sleeve? Walt Pierce. So you'll search Walt. There he is. His rate is, what is his rate? Sorry. I should have had this up. Okay, Walt Pierce is 250, I believe. Yes, so that's correct. There are other, or that's the default rate card for orange sleeves. But if you wanted to change it, this is a 10-hour. He's not California. You could see what's loaded in here. There are a bunch of different rates, but he's 25. So he's good. So now this will add Walt in here. He has the correct rate. Great. This exclamation point, oh, double booked. Sorry, you're going to see that everywhere because I already built this week. Sorry, maybe this was a bad example, but you'll see that for everybody. So we're going to do that for each person. I won't bore you with that. You just want to make sure that when you add them, I'll do the O stats. And Lenny, here he is. You want to make sure the correct rate is in there. This is not the correct rate for my O stats, so we're going to X that out. You add the 10-hour, and then he is a 20. So we're going to save that. And he's going to be double booked too. So you'll see that in there. Ta-da. Okay. I only have one specialty stat, so I'm going to delete this one. And you can just delete anybody that you don't need in here very easily. You can also, if you needed to add extra runners, you could add a position. Let me make sure this has stopped working before I do anything. If you needed to add a position, you can. You can choose the number, which days up here. So if it's for game day only, I would turn these days off. Let's say it's for one set day and game day. You're going to search the rate card, all markets, 10-hour. This will give you all the positions here. So I'm going to add, let's say I'm going to add two $20 an hour runners. I'll do two op support, two here, and then you click the little plus sign and it will add them. I'm not going to do that. It takes a while. Actually, you know what? Let me show you. So over here on this side, they're grayed out. That means it's working. Like it's in the process of working. Don't X the screen out until these turn to black. So we'll just give it a minute. It's a little slow. And the more you do it once, the longer it takes. So there you go. Now they've been added. I can save and it will close. I'm going to go ahead and delete all of those. But So that's how you add people. Let's say I wanted to add an extra day for Lenny. You can do that either by clicking this little pencil, or he's already in there and his rate is correct. So I could just add a day this way. It's a little faster, 20, and that will add a day for him. So you do the same thing for all of these positions. Again, if you don't need somebody, you delete it. You can add and delete days very easily. This is how you delete a day. And that's that. So we're going to go back. So let's say my entire crew is in here, or not. Maybe some positions are still pending, and that's fine. You're going to go to manage. And actually, you don't need to go to manage. It doesn't matter. So the last thing you're going to do when adding a crew is send it to the app right here. Send job to app. Asterisk that when you send job to app, all of the people that you have put into your job that you have assigned will get notified, and they will be able to see everything in there. So let's go back to the calendar. They will see the days they're working and they will see their rates. So you should do your best to make sure that that is correct. It can all be changed at any point. It's just we know what happens when people see information and it's not correct, causes a ruckus. So again, not the end of the world. It can be changed, but once you send it to the app, you cannot take it back. You can still delete people, you can still add people. If you have a pending position and you've sent it to the app, that's fine. You can add them later and push it to them and they will be notified later. So that's all fine. But once you send it to the app, Walt Pierce will be able to see Walt Pierce's information that he's getting $25 an hour and that he's working on game day. So just note that, but you do have to send it to the app at some point so that you can process payroll. Otherwise, you will not be able to process payroll. And this will change to event confirmed, crew notified. So let's go back to the home page. So this will appear in the calendar now. You can filter the calendar. So it's here, test. You can filter the calendar to only show your events if you type your name in. Oops. Oh, if you even just type like a little bit of your name. So those are my events. I like this view. Mike Van Dyne does this view as well. So let's hide the filters. If you go to all jobs, this is a list view. It's just like kind of a better dashboard. This will show you all of the jobs in the system, and that's going to get very busy once everything's in there. But you can search for a job, or you can just also filter again by yourself. And that's just maybe an easier view here. Then hide the filter. This way you can see which jobs have been notified, which haven't. Oh, I need to go. You could build your entire season right now, and then just not notify and make changes as you need to. And you would see the list, and this is a good reminder of what has been notified, what still needs to be notified. So just like a nice view for you, but you can filter the calendar or just have like very busy calendar view, and that's also fine. Another step we do need to take. Oh, sorry. If let's say you for whatever reason you messed up, you don't need a job that week, you want to delete the job, go into your job, and for here, job menu, cancel job. I am going to cancel this one because we don't need it. Confirm cancel job, yes. And that will delete it from the calendar, from your jobs, all of that. Obviously, if you've already pushed this job to notify, that will cause, like I said, a ruckus if you then canceled the job, but that really should never happen. Okay, so then the next thing that needs to happen, and this is in order to process payroll, you need to go to finance, accounting, this menu over here, and work orders. Work orders are the budget codes. These have been pulled over. So Mike Van Dyne builds all of the budget codes in the union side. And I asked Vanessa last week to pull all of those over that he has built into this side. So they should all be here. Let's not do 5, let's do 100. This has all of the 2025 budget codes in it that he's built. So it's got a lot more than you'll need for the football season, but it's all there. So my game is C4. And you know what? How? I can't remember now how I assign it. Hold on. Let's go back to my jobs. Sorry, I'm going to pause this for 1 second. Okay, short break there. So the work orders. So you have to assign a work order or a budget code to all of your jobs so that when you process payroll, it goes to the right budget. So in this page of your job, you're in your job, you go to the job menu here. You're going to edit details. Click on the work order tab up here and then search the work orders. They will all pop up, all the ones that have been preloaded. If I type in C4, there it is. I'm going to save this. Now the work order, once this stops working, the work order will be attached to this job. There we go. Another thing to note here, these little warnings, not onboarded. So Jeremy is not fully onboarded. I don't know at what point in the process he is, but he's not fully onboarded yet. So it's a good idea. I have a lot of these people actually to reach out to them, whoever hasn't been fully onboarded, and remind them they should do that because they're technically not supposed to be able to work. If you go in and you're looking for someone and they are not in there, so let's go back to my crew here, and they're not in here at all, you can add, that means that they have not been sent paperwork from XLT, and you can add them. So over here, if you go to employees, you can search for employees, first of all. Although when you're in your job, if they don't pop up, they're not there. You can add a new employee right over here. You need their first and last name, email, phone number, all markets. Don't select a specific market. And really that's it. Save, and that will add them into the system. XLT will send them paperwork. Something to note is that if you XLT will prioritize people that are working soon. So you want to do this step, and then the next thing you want to do is add them to a job, because if they're added to a job in September, they will get paperwork sooner than someone who is not added to a job or working, their first job is not until December. They onboard 30 days out. So typically, if they're not working till December, they won't get paperwork till November, and that's fine. But if you need them onboarded right away, make sure you add them to a job, and that will trigger XLT to get them onboarded quicker. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Mike Van Dyne and Lindsay Yeager are really great resources. They've both said that they are available anytime. If you have any questions, you could start with me if you want, but I don't know that much. So if I don't know, we can go to Mike or Lindsay, and I'm sure they know the answers. Anyway, I hope that helps. Sorry that my voice is like a little bit raspy. I am getting over a cold. But thanks for watching. Have a great week.